Welcome to Doug in Exile. Well, we have the Maricopa County response petition that was submitted from the Katie Hobbs team on behalf of Maricopa back against Kari Lake. So we're going to go over this document. It's just going to be reading through a contract. I'm going to try to skip anything boring or irrelevant. So work with me here. I am a comic book artist, and this is a legal document. But this is straight from the horse's mouth, and I just thought it'd be fun to go through this together. I'll try to highlight anything important. Here's Arizona Supreme Court. This is Kari Lake versus Katie Hobbs. This is Kari Lake versus the Honorable Judge Thompson, Superior Court of Arizona. Response to the petition for the review. So Kari Lake said they wanted it expedited, and then this is... And we already said, look, they're going to say no. They're going to say, of course, this is a fraudulent case. I'm going to let these facts speak for themselves because I can't tell you what a judge or a court is going to do. There's people that'll say, Katie Hobbs, she's going to jail. Wrong. They're going to say, Kari Lake's going to win her election. I think that's wrong. I may think she should win, but I always have a better hope in the Arizona voter. Kind of. I don't have confidence in Arizona voters that much anymore. So when people say, number one is, I don't think these lawsuits are going to work. Everyone, don't get mad at me. I know the lay of the land. Kari Lake's best shot forward is going to be running for the Senate. You can deny that. You can get mad at that. She's still running for Senate. You can get mad that she's going to lose this court case. Just trust me, no one's listening to my show to decide what to do about this court case. She's going to lose it whether if I go, she's going to win, guys. And then you're all angry at me for lying to you. She's not going to win. She's going to run for Senate. Now, the best shot she has at getting an office is running for Senate. And she knows it too. Or being appointed as a vice president because you don't have to go to voters. She can just have Trump appoint her and say, I'm bringing you along as vice president. Now, I'm losing confidence in the Arizona voters because they're taken over by California. Guys, MAGA and pro-Kari Lake in Arizona is not a majority position. I hope that's not news to any of you. Not a majority. Doesn't make you wrong. Frankly, I think you're right. But I'm only saying it will be ineffective on things that require a majority. Like elections. The reason why Kari Lake has the best shot at the Senate is because that Gallego guy and Kirsten Sinema, they're going to split the Democrat Party. That gives Kari Lake really good numbers just to start with. And that's why I'm saying probably the best shot at her maintaining future leadership is the Senate. That's my opinion on it. Okay, let's get to this legal document. My rant, I'm getting all animated now. I'm working up a froth. It's only 11 pages, and I'm just going to try and hit the big stuff. Introduction. Petitioner Kari Lake's petition for review entirely fails to present reasons to grant review and further fails to confirm with the rules governing the purpose of a petition for review. More alarmingly, and of course they have to use alarmingly, which I don't think any of this kind of hyperbole should be in a legal document, but both Kari Lake's team did it and so did Katie Hobbs. More alarmingly, it also presents for the first time a misleading factual theory about chain of custody documents. This is also a matter of opinion that doesn't belong in a document, but it's only fair play because Kari Lake did it. Kari Lake in her document added information about chain of custody. So now it's fair play for them to make their opinion on it, and they're just calling it out. Broadly, the purpose of a petition for review is to identify issues decided at the Court of Appeals that the petitioner believes warrant further review and to state the reasons why the court should grant a review on those issues. As orders from this court regularly remind litigants, parties are discouraged from simply restating their arguments presented to the Court of Appeals because this court had already... You can't go to a higher court and just say the same thing that you said, which I don't think Kari Lake is doing, but they're going to make that claim. This is the Katie Hobbs team's document. Remember, they're going to make that claim. Even though on the paragraph before, they contradicted themselves by saying that she presents for the first time a misleading factual theory about chain of custody documents. Okay. They're agreeing there's something new. Then they're saying like, it's alarming, you can't do that. And then down here they go, don't just repeat the same appeals case just because you lost the last one. So they got to make up their mind. That's a huge contradiction that they're caught in. You know, Katie Hobbs' team, they don't care what's true. They're just like, make the lawsuit go away. Okay, Judge? Lake's petition utterly fails at fulfilling its limited task. It does not present any argument illustrating a need for this court to review the Court of Appeals opinion. It does not identify a single novel legal issue that this court needs to clarify. And it does not identify any legal precedent that should be overturned or abrogated. So this is the big accusation. Instead, the petition is almost entirely a regurgitation. I love that. They want a Katie Hobbs team is trying to align it with throw up. A regurgitation of petitioner Kari Lake's failed arguments before the trial court and the Court of Appeals. Okay, whatever, we're skipping past that. Let's get to it. Reasons the petition should be denied. Number one, Lake's misleading new factual theory does not support this court's review. A litigant's disagreement with the trial court's findings of fact is not a proper basis for the court's review. That is, just saying that you disagree with the case is not enough. B, Lake's misleading new factual theory, which they just now said it was a regurgitation of an old one, but now they're saying once again, there's a new factual theory brought in. However, they say the new factual theory about the chain of custody documents lacks support in the record. Setting aside Lake's confusion about the role of an appellate court, the petition's newly created claim about chain of custody documents lacks merit. That was easy. That's not a reason. Because this new argument runs the risk of misleading the court, the county defendants address it, even though Lake's argument is waived. Okay, so they're saying, look, we're going to address it even though we think it's bogus. In the petition, Lake describes one set of documents, the MC inbound receipt delivery forms, as recording the exact number of Election Day Dropbox ballots received in Maricopa, and another set of documents, the MC incoming scan receipts is receiving. Okay, they're just saying that the numbers aren't going to line up, which is, I only know that what they can say is, look, you said that it had to perfectly match, and they didn't say perfectly. They just said it had to match, even loosely match, and it could be off by a few thousand. This is all about receipt delivery, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's them claiming to have demolished her claim about Election Day ballots. So Kari Lake's team is going to say, no, we did defend our case on chain of custody and that we presented great evidence. And then this Katie Hobbs team in Maricopa County are saying, no, you didn't. And here's why. And they, each side brings out their facts. And I don't think either side's facts matter for the most part in this particular case. In this particular case, it's going to be, does a judge want to have the balls to overthrow an election, or does the judge just want to do status quo? 99% of the judges I know would want to do status quo. That's all. Doesn't want to lose his career, doesn't want to lose his license, doesn't want to face whatever. That includes anyone, all your friends. They want to keep their jobs. They don't want to lose their jobs. In general, self-interest will win. That's my theory. Conclusion. In short, the petition does not present a viable argument for why review should be granted. Because the purpose of review is to clarify and provide guidance on questions of the law and not merely correct errors of the Court of Appeals. Petition, oh wait, I'm in the wrong size document here. Let's do this. The petition would not present a proper grounds to grant review, even if the arguments were supported by evidence or law, because all the arguments raised in the petition for the review were already thoroughly refuted in both the trial court and the Court of Appeals. This court should deny the petition. They're, of course, wrong on this, but I'll continue. Respectfully submitted, Rachel Mitchell of the Burgess Law Group. This is on behalf of Katie Hobbs in Maricopa. Okay, so now you have the lay of the land. This is a 11-page, this is a scant document, but they feel like it's all they're going to need. There, and every step of this lawsuit, remember when Kari Lake first launched her lawsuit, the lawyer said, just throw it out. And the judge Thompson said, no, we should look at it. So they looked at it. Then they dismissed it. Okay. This is Kari Lake pursuing. It's legal for her to do this. It is her right to do this. She can do it. She did fundraising. She can pay for it. Is it wasting everyone's time? I don't know. I think it's good to go back into Arizona election integrity. I think that's an important issue. I don't think it should be dismissed or laughed off. I think they should look at this stuff and look hard. But I don't think anything will be done about it until a Republican wins using the same methods. So when a Republican does to chain of custody what Arizona did, when Kari Lake wins using the same chain of custody, using the same mail-in ballots, using it all the same things, then it'll be a bipartisan issue. Democrats will come in and say, look, we have to do something about mismatched signatures. We have to do something about the chain of custody because it left our offices with this many votes. And when it arrived to be counted, the Republicans gained 8 billion votes. And I want to see the Republicans gain 8 billion votes. Because then the Democrats will go, no, we got to look at the chain of custody. And then we'll look back on this case as precedent. And they'll go, no, the Kari Lake versus v. Hobbs said chain of custody is all fine. Republican gets to keep his position, having honestly, correctly garnered 8 billion votes with mismatched signatures. I'm Doug in Exile. Give us a like if you want to follow more of this. I'll try and keep you posted on Kari Lake's views. If I don't get enough subscribers and likes, then I'll know to move on to other material and stop covering Kari Lake. That's a threat, but it's also a fact. I'm Doug in Exile.